This movie was really interesting for about half of it, and then it starts to slowly lose its flair towards the end. Hey everyone, it's Jason from EskimoTV.net, and today I'm reviewing Dark Phoenix, the final installment in the X-Men film series. It's directed by Simon Kinberg in his directorial debut, although he is not new to the material as he was a writer for many of the previous X-Men movies. It'll definitely be helpful if you've seen previous X-Men films in regards to being familiar with the characters, but if you haven't, this is not a movie where you will be completely lost the entire time if you haven't seen any of the previous movies. Certain character decisions and choices may not make as much sense, but you should be able to logically follow the story, and that was one thing I really appreciated. This story is very simple. The X-Men venture into outer space to save the lives of other humans whose ship is in distress. Jean uses her abilities to save the last person on the ship, but in doing so absorbs a mysterious force that causes her to go cray-cray, out of control. We then learn about Jean's past, secrets that have been kept from her, and sit and wonder how the X-Men will respond to Jean's actions. There's also a villain shoved into all of this. The first two acts of this movie are engaging and hit the beats that movies should hit. There's an unexpected, attention-getting story that I was moved by, involving Jean and her parents. This setup allowed me to really like Jean. Sophie Turner does a fine job portraying this character. When she ventures out into space, risking her life to save other people, her likability goes up. Lastly, though, there's a really big secret that James McAvoy's character, Charles Xavier, has kept from Jean. I won't spoil what it is, but this kept secret is what sets Jean off, and I like the way that this conflict unfolds. The notion that the trailer gave off was that this thing in outer space just makes her evil, and that's not all that interesting. Instead, this encounter in space makes Jean extremely overpowered and easily irritable, and once she learns about this something that Charles Xavier has done, this secret that he's really just not told her, chaos erupts, and when you find out what it is, what he kind of lies about, you will completely understand why she feels the way that she does. And it is for these reasons that, despite the fact that her character causes a lot of havoc, I found Jean to be a mostly likable character. At the same time, James McAvoy's character is also likable and understood. You also understand why he did what he did. Director Kinberg stated that he wanted characters to feel like they all had a valid point of view, and I think he definitely accomplishes this mission. The movie's successful setup just tanks when the villain, played by Jessica Chastain, arrives. Look, I really enjoy Jessica Chastain as an actress, but unfortunately, the writers did not add depth to her character the way that they gave all of the other main group of characters. This antagonist has the most forgettable and contrived motive. I believe she wants to use the Dark Phoenix powers that Jean has in order to resurrect her species. We do not get any scenes that I can recall seeing the species die out, or any prior interaction that Chastain has with them. Therefore, there was not a strong reason to get behind what this villain is doing, and it just feels like a nameless bad person. In fact, I actually don't even remember if this villain has a name. I really think she might not. The Wikipedia just calls her a alien shapeshifter. The finale in this film is not even a fraction of the epic explosiveness that Avengers Endgame recently pulled off, and while I wasn't expecting anything that big, I was extremely underwhelmed with how poor the final fight is. You think that there should be more after it. There was very little creativity put into it. The movie should have either not used the villain and kept the conflict among its main established characters, or just taken more time to develop the villain that I didn't care at all for and make us care about why she was doing all of these things. As a finale to the series, the resolution is underwhelming and too safe. However, the first two acts' quick pacing and character choices allowed Dark Phoenix to fall fresh. And I'm going to give Dark Phoenix a B-. Let me know what you think about this movie in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this review, you can find more at EskimoTV.net. Be sure to like, share this video, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you'll get notified on the latest icy and chilly Eskimo TV reviews.